We are continuing the chapter accounting of goods and services tax. We already discussed what is GST, why they introduced GST, then different types of GST we saw, like we have input GST and output GST. Input GST means when you purchase goods, then output GST means when you collect goods. When you sell goods, this is the GST which we are collecting, the output GST. So input GST is an asset for you, whereas output GST is a liability because this is payable to the government later. Input GST is considered as an asset when you can set it off against output GST. Then we have input CGST. Similarly, we have input SGST and IGST. CGST and SGST if it is intrastate, IGST if it is interstate, that means between the states or outside the state. So now we'll discuss illustration number 3, page number 17. It is journal entry question. We have to draw the format of journal and do. So draw the format of journal. Okay, the first transaction is goods costing rupees 5,000 were taken by the proprietor for personal use. These goods were purchased paying GST at the rate of, CGST and SGST at the rate of 9% each. So what is the journal entry when the proprietor is taking goods for his own use? It is drawings account debtor to purchases. That's a basic entry. Now we have to include GST also with that. So which GST we have to open? We have to write input CGST and input SGST because it is related to purchases. But are we purchasing goods now? No. The goods are being taken by the proprietor for his personal use. Goods are moving from the business. So purchases is getting credited. Similarly, input GST you have to credit. So the journal entry will be, the compound entry will be drawings account debtor to purchases account to input CGST account and to input, you can't write and input SGST, you must write it separately as to input SGST account. So this is how you have to write that compound entry. When purchases getting credited, this input CGST and input SGST also you have to give the opposite aspect. So when you purchase something, these GST will be debited. Then here goods are moving from the business, so that time purchases getting credited. So you have to credit this GST account also. Now we'll write the amounts. Goods costing 5,000. So that 5,000 is the value of goods. Where should we write that goods value? Always you must remember goods value must come against purchases, or if you are selling the goods, it must come against sales account. Understood? So that 5,000 we have to write against purchases. Now on this 5,000 you can write 9%. So it is 450 each. So altogether your debit side total, debit side you can write the total. Just add these three, write the total on the debit side. Then next transaction is, you have to write the narration also. What you will write for narration? The transaction itself, the question itself you can write. You write not purchased, goods withdrawn by the proprietor. Proprietor means owner for personal use, and GST reversed you can write, or goods withdrawn for personal use, that is enough. GST reverse means we cancelled no GST. That is the meaning. We credited it. Okay, the second one. Goods costing 2000 were given as donation. Yes, we have discussed all these transactions in the specimen entry. Do you remember? Goods given as donation means it is charity account debted to, again it is the goods moving out. So, two purchases, along with that GST to be credited. Which GST? Is it output GST? No. With purchases, it will be always the input GST. So, the entry will be, and the goods amount here is 2000. So, you can write, either you can write charity account. Is it for charity? Were given as, okay, it's not charity, actually it's given as donation. So, you write donation account itself. So, there is no problem even if you write charity. It's kind of charity. Donation account debtor to purchases account to input CGST account to input SGST account, and the goods value here is 2000. So this must come here against purchases. Compute 9% on 2000. So 2000 into 9 by 100, it is 180 each. So altogether this will be 2360. Now you can write the narration. Goods given as donation, GST reversed. Reverse means we are cancelling the GST. That's why it is being credited. The next one, did we write 2360? Yes. Okay, the next one, goods costing 3000 were given as sample, and these goods were purchased paying CGST and SGST. Okay, again goods are given as sample, goods are moving out. Input GST you will have to credit just like this. It is given as sample means which account will you debit? We have discussed this before. It is the advertisement account. Goods giving as samples means it is a kind of sales promotion technique. So we can write advertisement account debtor, or you can write pre-samples account debtor, or you can write sales promotion or business promotion expenses account debtor. Anything you can write. Okay. So we'll use the term advertisement now. I think that will be easy. So advertisement account debtor. In your textbook, they have given all three terms. It's not compulsory that you should write all these three terms. You need to write only one. To purchases, then you cancel the GST also. To input GST, input CGST, to input SGST. Write the narration, goods given as samples and GST reversed. Here, purchases figure is, the goods figure is 3000. On that you will compute 9%. So it is 3000 into 9 by 100. Altogether you can write the total on the debit side. Then the next transaction number 4. Okay, goods costing 5000, lost in fire, again GST is there. Goods lost in fire, we have discussed the specimen entry. When you lose goods due to fire or due to theft or whatever it is, what's the journal entry? Goods lost by, or loss of stock or loss of goods by fire account debtor to, it's the goods moving out, so we have to write two purchases. Then input GST we'll have to cancel, we'll have to credit it. And purchases, here the goods figure is 5000, so the entry we can write as loss of stock you can write, or here you can write specifically goods. Loss of goods by fire account debtor. You can write stock also, that is correct. To purchases account to input CGST account to input SGST account. What was the value of goods? 5,000. So 5,000 into 9%. So debit side you can write 5,900. Then the narration you can write as goods lost by fire and GST reversed. It's the same thing. I mean, the transaction itself you can write as narration. There is no problem for that. Then fifth one, it is purchase stationery for rupees 1,000 against cash, paying CGST and GST. So here we purchased stationery items, that's for cash. So what's the basic entry? It is stationery account debtor to cash account. Then we have to include GST also. Which GST will you include? It is the input GST, because we are purchasing or we are paying cash. When payment happens or when you purchase an item, you have to always charge input GST. So now the compound entry will be stationery account debtor. This is to be debited here. Now we are purchasing. It's not cancellation process. We are purchasing. That time input GST must be debited. 2. What is moving out from the business? Since you are purchasing, it is the cash or bank moving out. It's mentioned there in cash. So you write cash itself. And then the amount of stationery is 1,000. So you write here 1,000. The rate is 9%. So it is 90 each. So you can add the total and write on the credit side 1,180 you can write in or write against cash. Then narration can be stationery purchased and GST charged you must write. Don't write reversed. Reverse means we are cancelling. Here we are charging GST. So GST charged you must write. So this is the entry. Stationery account debtor, then input GST we debit it, then to cash. Here we are charging GST because we are purchasing goods. Then the next one, commission, isn't it? Commission paid along with GST and SGST, I mean CGST and SGST at the rate of 9% each. You are paying commission. We are not purchasing any goods here. We are paying commission. When you pay something, I mean when you pay an amount, should we charge GST or are we supposed to pay GST along with that? Yes. And since it is specifically mentioned in the question, of course you will have to charge GST. What is the journal entry? When you pay commission, just like you pay any other item, like you paid salary, what will be the entry? You will write salary account debtor to cash account, isn't it? Similarly, now when you pay commission, what should be the entry? It is commission account debtor to cash account. That's a basic entry. Now we have to charge GST also with that. Now the question is, are you going to charge input GST or output GST? You will have to charge input GST because like I told you before, when you pay something or when you purchase something, the GST to be charged is input GST. Understood? When you sell goods or when you receive an income, here we are paying, no, this is an expense for us. If you are receiving something, you got commission, then that time you should collect which GST? Output GST. Understood? When you collect the amount, it is the output GST that should be collected along with that. When you pay an amount, when you purchase something, means we are paying an amount, isn't it? Here also we are paying commission. So that time what you have to charge is input GST. So we will write input GST here. So commission account debtor Input CGST account debtor. Input SGST account debtor to cash account. So when you pay something, when you purchase something, input GST to be charged. Here the commission amount is, it is written like commission paid account debtor. It's not needed. When you write commission debtor, the meaning is paid item. Understood? If it was received, you will write cash account debtor to commission. That time commission would be credited. So that is an income. So you need not specify like commission paid and all. You write commission account debtor. It is understood that it is paid item. Yes, so here the amount is 9,000. Compute 9% on this 9,000. Now you can write the total on the credit side 10,620. Write the narration commission paid with GST. Almost all these transactions are similar. Then the last one is, it is the reverse of this. That is, commission received 18,000 by check, not by cash, and GST is also there. Okay, now we are receiving commission and it is through check. So what you have to write, the basic entry would be bank account debtor to commission account. In this answer they have written like to commission received. That is not needed. You can write bank account debtor to commission. It's understood that when you credit commission, that means it's an income. We are getting that. So bank account debtor to commission, that's a basic entry. And as I told you before, we have to include GST. Which GST will you include? Since we are collecting something, we are getting some income. It is the output GST you have to collect. So output GST we have to credit it. Now the entry would be bank account debtor to commission account to output CGST account to output SGST account. Since we are collecting the amount, it is the output GST you have to write, and that is to be credited. And here the commission received amount is 18,000 and you must compute 9% of this 18,000. 18,000 into 9 by 100. You must do the calculations yourself. Don't simply copy and write. Do rough calculations always. Then only you can increase your calculation speed. Since you can't use calculators, if you want to finish exam within the given time, you must have calculation speed. At the same time, your answers must be correct. I mean, accuracy is also needed, not only speed. So for that, you have to keep on practicing all these. Don't simply copy the answers from the board. You can listen to this. Then when you work out, you do it yourself. I mean, the calculations, you do it yourself. Understood? Then assignment questions when I give, that time also you must do it yourself. Do rough calculations yourself. Don't use calculators. Nobody will be checking you because you are sitting in your houses. Nobody can check you. But if you want to finish your final exam within the given time, you must have calculation speed. So do rough calculations. Yes, so here it is 9% we wrote. Yes, so altogether the debit side is 21,240. You write the narration. The narration can be commission received and GST collected. You can write, not charged. Charge means we are paying. Here we are collecting GST. Now we can close this. Journal entries are over. Now we can close. Yes. Now we'll work out illustration number 6. Okay, illustration 6, that is on page number 24. Journalize the following transactions. Read each and every word of your question. That is very important. Make it as a habit. Read each and every word of your question carefully. Journalize the following transactions. Journalize means it's the process of entering transactions in journal. Don't say like process of writing transactions. Use the term entering the transactions or recording the transactions. Journalize the following transactions in the books of Kamal. Delhi. So his place is Delhi, that you have to note, because that decides whether you have to charge CGST, SGST, or we have to charge IGST, Integrated Goods and Services Tax. When will you charge IGST or Integrated Goods and Services Tax? When the transaction is interstate, that is between the state. If it is within the state or intrastate, you can charge both CGST and SGST. Okay, then you have to post them in ledger. Journalizing and posting also they have asked, so both you have to do. Okay, we'll start with the first one. Kamal started business with cash. And here, after the box, did you see one journal entry? I mean, one sentence. CGST and SGST is levied. Levied means charged at the rate of 9% each on intrastate, that means within the state, and IGST at the rate of 18. So 9 plus 9, IGST is 18% on interstate transactions. So in certain transactions, they have asked you to include GST also, I mean charge GST also. So you have to see the question and do it accordingly. So we'll start with the first journal entry. Once again, you draw the format of journal. Dates are given, so you write the dates 2020 April 1st. Kamal started business with cash, so you can write cash account debtor. 2, you can write 2 simply capital, or you can specify owner's name. It is Kamal's capital account. 2 capital also correct. Cash account debtor to Kamal's capital, the amount is 1 lakh. Now we have to write the narration, that is started business with cash. I am not writing the narrations, now you know how to write the narration. So that you write. The next one is bought goods for cash. Now it is not mentioned whether we have to charge GST or not, but after that box they have specifically given CGST, SGST to be charged on intrastate and IGST to be charged on interstate. So we have to charge GST, though against that transaction specifically they haven't given you must charge GST. Okay. And when you purchase goods, which GST will you charge? It is the input GST, and that is to be debited. Then there is one more question, I mean one more confusion, like which GST to be charged. Is it SGST, CGST or IGST to be charged? Since nothing is mentioned like whether it is within the state or outside the state, you can assume that the transaction takes place within the state. Understood? So we can charge CGST and SGST. So if nothing is mentioned specifically, you assume that it is within the state and you charge CGST and SGST. Both you have to charge. So it is purchases account debtor, input CGST account debtor, input SGST account debtor. Are we paying cash or check? It's cash. So to cash account. The goods purchased is for 30,000. So you write here purchases 30,000. Then 9% you compute on this 30,000. So 2,700 each. So altogether you can write 35,400 on the credit side. Then next one, opened bank account with cash. Opened bank account means you are depositing your amount into bank account. That time should we charge any GST? No need. When you open a bank account, no need to charge GST. When you purchase something, when you sell something, or when you collect an income like commission you received or commission you paid, in that situations you will have to charge GST. So here there is no GST to be charged or to be collected. So you simply write the basic entry for that. And here the narration is purchased goods charged GST. Narration you must write. Then see, when you write, don't simply put brackets like this. You must write narration in that. April 3rd. Yes, open bank account. So it is the bank account which you have to debit. So bank account debtor to cash account. The firm's cash balance is moving out, and what is increasing? The firm's bank account. So bank is debited, cash is credited. What goes out is always credited. That is the cash moving out. Moving out means cash in hand will become cash at bank. That's the meaning. So here the amount is 50,000 and you write the narration, deposited cash into bank. Then the next one, sold goods for cash. Specifically it is not mentioned like which GST you have to charge. So since it is sales, you will have to charge output GST, and whether it is CGST, SGST or IGST. Since nothing is specifically given, assume that it is within the state and you have to collect CGST and SGST. Understood? And the sale value is 40,000. The transaction is on April 4th. So you can write the journal entry. All these are compound entries. Cash account debtor to sales account. To output CGST account. To output SGST account. So sales figure is 40,000 and the rate is 9% each. So you write 3,600 each. Write the total on the debit side. Write the narration after that. Sold goods for cash and GST collected. Charged means we are paying. So here we collected GST. Then the next one, April 7th, bought goods from Surya. If the name is mentioned, meaning is transaction is on Credit basis. That means, are we paying the cash now? No. So don't write to cash, you must write to Surya. And this place is mentioned, Kanpur, UP, Uttar Pradesh. The place is mentioned there. Why? That decides whether you have to charge CGST and SGST or IGST. Here, which one will you charge? It is IGST you have to charge because your place is Delhi and you are purchasing from Surya of UP. So it is interstate transaction that is taking place and you must charge IGST. Understood? So that's why I'm asking you to read each and every word of the question. First we read that your honor is, you are the firm and your honor's name is Kamal and your place is Delhi. That sentence you must read, then only when you read transaction on April 7th, you will remember that it is interstate transaction and you have to charge IGST. Otherwise, you will simply charge CGST and SGST. Understood? So, make it as a habit, read each and every word of your question very carefully. Even the place is important. So, here we will write IGST and it is at the rate of 18%. So, the journal entry is purchases account debtor input. Since it is purchases, it is the input GST, but it is input IGST you have to write. 2, you can't write cash, it is on credit since the name is mentioned. So you must write to Surya's account. Purchased value is 30,000, which should be written against purchases. Compute 18% on this. 18% on 30,000, and you can write the total on the credit side, that is 35,400. Write the narration, purchased goods from Surya, Kanpur. Then the transaction on April 10th, sold goods to Rakesh. The place is Delhi itself. That means which GST will you charge? Output GST. Since it is sales, you have to charge out. We have to collect output GST. And is it CGST and SGST? Yes, because it is within the state. Within the same place. So it is CGST and SGST you have to collect. And the transaction is on credit basis because it is written sold goods to Rakesh. The name is specifically mentioned. But if the sentence was like sold goods to Rakesh for cash. So in that question, in that transaction, though the name is mentioned, if they specify specifically that it is for cash, you can take it as cash transaction. Here nothing is given like that. So it is credit. So you must write the person's name here. It is, what's the date? April 10th. Okay. Rakesh's account debtor to sales account. You have to charge CGST and SGST. So, to output CGST account, to output SGST account. Now the amounts are sold goods of 25,000. That 25,000 must come against the sale value. Understood? You must write the figures very carefully. The purchased value or the sale value must be written against purchases account or against sales account. So here it is 25,000. Then on that you can compute 9%. So 2,250 each. Now add the debits, add the credit side total, and you can write the total on the debit side as 29,500. Yes. So this is how you have to write the compound entries with GST. You have to see whether it is CGST or SGST, I mean CGST, SGST or IGST, or you have to charge input GST or output GST. So all these you have to check first, then you write the compound entry. We have to continue this question. Some more transactions are there. Then ledger accounts also we have to do, that we will do in the next video.